Hi, my name is SYAHIRAH BINTI SYAFRIL. Today I want to ask you about a topic about culture. First of all, I want to ask, what is your name?
My name is Nurhafiza binti Ibrahim.
Are you studying or working?
I am a full-time degree student at University of Islamic Malaysia.
Okay, what do you do for a living?
As I mentioned earlier, I am a full-time student. I'm currently working, so I'm just attending classes as usual.
Okay, where do you come from?
I am from Johor Bahru.
What is your race?
I am a Malbarian.
Okay, what do you speak as your first language?
Usually speak Malay at house. I speak Malay more than I speak Malbari at my house.
Okay. Okay, what is one language you want to learn?
I guess I want to learn Chinese because I'm a Malbarian. I have already understand a bit of Indian.
So now I want to go through the topic question. First, what do you think is interesting about your culture?
What I think is most interesting about my culture is obviously the foods because it has a lot of spices. It is similar to Indian foods actually. So I really like the foods. And then their clothing. Their clothing are usually very colorful and bright.
Okay, next question. What you like about your culture?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
What you like about your culture?
I like the way that it has its own language. Like it is not the same as Indian, or when people call Mama and then Malbari, it is both different things. So they have their different languages, their different styles of living, and so on. So it is unique from one another that not many people know, but they have their own identification.
Oh, okay. Do you know much about your own culture?
Actually, not much because I was born and raised here in Malaysia, so I was more exposed to Malaysian cultures, Malay cultures, much more than my own culture. So I get to know about Malbari from my mother, from my grandparents mostly. So I don't know much about it.
Okay. When people from another country think about your culture, what do you usually think of?
They usually don't know if what is Malbari. So they usually think of, okay, Malbari is an Indian that they convert to Islam. So it is not that. Actually, Malbari is just that race particularly. There could be Malbari that isn't Islam, or there could be Malbari that is Islam. So it is not associated with any other races. It is just one race as a whole.
Okay. Are there many people of your different culture in your country? Are you friends with any of them?
Yes, I have like Indonesian friends, Chinese friends, Indian friends, Sarawakian friends. They all have their different traditions and cultures. It is interesting to learn and see what they do in the behalf of their culture.
Okay, last but not least, how do you feel when you leave your home country, your home culture, and enter into the complete new culture?
As I mentioned before, I was born and raised in Malaysia, so I will speak in the context of when I go out, because mostly I associate with Malay people. So my culture and what I do for a living is a bit different from them. Maybe I have to adapt with them. Sometimes they feel like, okay, your culture is different. Basically, it is not just that different. Everything is just the same. It's just that maybe we have a different preferable food or style of living mostly.
Okay, last question. What is the best part on your culture?
The best part, like I mentioned earlier, I like the foods and I like the clothings, because most of the time when it is Hari Raya, for example, like people would actually wear baju kurung and like sampen, baju Melayu like that, right? But for Malbarian, they sometimes they mix, like, okay, they wear Punjabi or they wear like something like that is covering, but in Indian and Malbarian culture mixed together. So I think there's like a whole diversity there mixed up with it that is interesting to look at.
So I think also the Mandarin have different between another culture. So thank you for spending time with me for this interview. I hope you keep safe and have a nice day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, can
Hi.
you introduce yourself?
My name is Muhammad Shafizuddin bin Salim. You can call me Dane or Joe or anything that you like. Yeah.
Are you studying or working?
So for now, I am working.
What do you do for living?
Right now, I do agricultural thing, which is I'm planting chili and banana. Yeah.
Where do you come from?
I come from Batu Pahat, Johor.
What is your races?
My races is Malay.
What do you speak as your first language?
So my first language is Malay and second is English, I think. Yeah.
What is one language you want to learn the most?
So for the language that I want to learn the most is Chinese, because Chinese language is used by a lot of people nowadays. Yeah, that's why I want to learn Chinese.
So the question is, what do you think is interesting about your culture?
For me, I think what is interesting about my culture is food, because there are many delicious food especially during Raya festival. If we visit to our family house, we can see a lot of food served, yeah, by the people in the house. Yeah, so I think food.
What do you like?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think right now food. Okay.
What do you like about your culture?
About my culture, what I like the most is the unity of the people. Yeah, I give example. Yeah, if something happens to a certain people, there are many people who support to handle this
Do
situation.
you
Yeah.
know much about your own culture?
For me, honestly, I didn't know really much about my culture. But what I know, my culture is one of the strongest culture during past generation. But I would like to know more about my culture by doing some research or asking people old generation. Yeah.
When people from other countries think about your culture, what do they usually think of?
So I think if people from outside will think about my culture is our traditional attire. Yeah. From what I know, my culture has a lot of attire that show greatness, and when we wear it, we wear the attire, it show the symbol
Are
of
there many
greatness.
people of different cultures in your country? Are you friends with any?
Yeah. Yes, there are many different cultures in my country, such as Chinese, Indian, and many more. This is the unique of Malaysia, and I also have friends from different culture, and they are very nice and friendly. Yeah, so many.
How do you feel when you leave your home culture and enter into a completely new culture?
It is from my point of view, it is difficult for me because I am quite bad in adapting into something new. I think I need time to establish myself in the new culture. Yeah, because of that, I think I will take more time for me to go to the new culture. Yeah.
What is the best part of your culture?
What is the best part? So I know every part is the best. From what I say before, I love all about my culture, like food, attire, people. It is so pleasure to be born in this culture. The best part of my culture, I think I can find any word to describe it. I just feel it with my heart, and I know everybody feel the same. Yeah, about their culture. That is the best part of my culture, because I think every people will proud of their culture.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Before I start interview you, let me introduce myself first. My name is ERIKA RICHIE, and what about yours? What about you? What is your name, and are you study or working right now?
My name is Bidoni Oni Anak Antalang. So I'm studying right now. I'm a full-time student.
Okay. What do you do for living right now?
I usually attend online class, and if I got free time, I will reading. I will do reading.
And where do you come from?
I'm come from Miri, Sarawak.
When you say Miri Sarawak, there must be a lot of different ethnic, right in Sarawak. So what is your race?
I come from the majority race in Sarawak, Iban.
Okay. What do you speak as your first language when you with your friends or maybe with your family?
I usually use Iban language in my family. If I go out, socialize with my friend with different races, we will talk in Bahasa Melayu or English.
Ooh. And what is one language you want to learn the most?
The one language I want to learn the most is Bidayo, because Bidayo language is really hard to learn. If I got chance to learn it, and I will go.
Okay, interesting. Can I ask you about your culture, right? Your Iban culture. What do you think is interesting about your culture?
The interesting part about my culture is our ethnic costume, that very beautiful and meaningful. Besides that, our celebration, drink rice wine during celebrate Gawai, also interesting to me because we can cheers together with our family and give thanks to God for the harvest day.
Oh, good explanation there. I like. And what do you like about your culture the most?
The most thing I like about my culture is food. Traditional food is the most delicious to me, and it's really hard to find and make it.
What do you know much about your own culture personally?
For me, I doesn't know a lot of things about my culture, but I swear to myself I will getting know more about my culture, especially the main asal in my own ethnic.
Okay.
when people from other country think about your culture, what do they usually think of, like from other country, like from outside of Malaysia? What they usually think of about your culture?
What usually people think of my culture is, first of all, is headhunting and tribal or territorial expansion, and rather than that, they will think my ethnic still live at the tree. So that's the mistake, because our ethnic usually live in the modern life, not live at the tree like they are thinking about.
Okay. There's many people of different culture in your country, in Sarawak, and are you friend with any of them?
Yes, there's got a lot of race here, such as Kenyah, Kelabit, Kayan, Murut, Bedayo, Melanau, and so on. I got a lot of friends that comes from a different backgrounds and ethnic. Besides that, I can learn their language too. That make me feel I'm proud to be a Sarawakian.
Oh, okay. How about how do you feel when you leave your home culture, Sarawak, and enter into a completely new culture? Like right now, you at Sarawak, right? And when you go study outside of Sarawak, how do you feel?
I will feel free to adapt in new culture, but I will never forget where I come. Besides that, I will take the opportunity to learn new culture where I go, so that I can live comfortable.
Okay. And what is the best part of your culture, Iban culture? The best part for you lah, personally, of your opinion?
In my opinion, basically my best part about my culture is our longhouse. Actually, that is the best part, because everyone share living in one house, so that it will make the harmony vibes between relationship between my ethnic, like Iban people, so that they can easily communicate, help each other, because they live in one long house that they share things.
Oh, like feels like home, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you for having your time with me, and I'm wishing you all the best in your study, and thank you and good night.
Most welcome.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
So first of all, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Muhammad Alif bin Rahman, and I'm from Faculty or Program Creative Art. So today, I'm going to do an interview for our courses assessment 4, which is oral communication skill. So today, I have 14 questions, which is 7 for basic question and 7 for topic question.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes. So we're going to start with a basic question. The first of question for basic question is, what is your name?
Alright. My name is Muhammad Zulan bin Zulkifli, but you can call me Zulian or just Zul, just like that.
Okay. So the second question is, are you studying or working?
Alright, now I'm studying and I'm taking financial management and banking from FPED.
Okay. So the third question is, what do you do for living?
Oh, right now I still didn't have any job, so I'm just studying. And maybe after I finish my study, then I will do some job and I will have some money.
Okay, good. So the question number 4 is, where do you come from?
I come from a very little village in deeply forest from Kinabatangan, Sukau. My house is near a river.
Okay, good. And question number 5 is, what is your race?
My race is Sungai.
Sungai.
Yeah, people
Alright.
call it Sungai. Just Sungai.
The question number 6 is, what do you speak as your first language?
Exactly, Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Malay language.
Malay.
Malaysia.
Okay. So, question number 7 is, what is one language you want to learn the most?
I want to learn the most is maybe Japanese,
Japanese?
because I like to watch anime.
Oh, I see.
No?
Good answer. And now, we are moved to the topic question,
Alright.
which is same with the basic question. Topic question is 7 question also.
Okay.
So the first question is, what do you think is interesting about your culture?
What I can say is there's a lot of interesting about our culture, but I can say it's the most interesting is about our traditional clothes, our traditional food, and our traditional dance.
Oh, I see. So the next question is, what do you like about your culture?
What I like about my culture is about our food, because there's one food that we call it tiba. It's river fish mixed with the potato, and we eat it. It's so delicious, man.
Oh, I see. The good answer.
Yeah.
I like it. So the third question, do you know much about your own culture?
I just know it in general, like our traditional clothes, traditional dance, just like that. I don't know very much about it, but in general, I know about it.
Oh, okay. The question number 4, when people from other countries think about your culture, what do they usually think of?
Usually when tourism come to our village, they want to see our culture, traditional dance, like rimbawan. I don't know how to pronounce it,
Okay.
but they want to see that dance.
Oh, okay. Question number 5 is, the many people of different culture in your country, are you friend with any?
Yeah, there's a lot in Sabah. There's a lot of another culture from different culture like Bajau, Sungai, Kadazan, Bugis, and I have a lot of friends from different culture.
Oh, okay. Question number 6, how do you feel when you leave your home culture and enter into a completely new culture?
That will be amazing because I can learn a new culture. Like Bajau, they have their own food culture, and this are very delicious. I like to eat it.
Yeah.
And also Bugis. Do you know tempurung?
Tempurung. Oh, I see. Burasa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that. It's so delicious, man.
Oh, okay. So for the last question, which is question number 7, what is the best part of your culture?
The best part of our culture, actually it's so many, but I can say about our dance culture, because our traditional dance was reached the global level. Yeah, and I'm very proud of it, and other people from other country also, they want to learn about it. That's why I like about it.
I think we done for the 14 question,
Yeah.
which is a basic question and topic question. And thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah.
I wish you Zul, Zul.
Yeah,
Zul.
Zul.
I wish you good luck for your study, good luck for your future, and
You too.
I think that's it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.